four-time Super Bowl champion from the Pittsburgh Steelers and from Fox Sports, Terry Bradshaw.
Rich, thanks.
Good to see you,
Good to
Terry.
see you.
You survived.
Snoop Dogg, I have when you have him on here, tell him that my #1 burro,
Yes.
my miniature burro, I named him Snoop Donk. And he knows his name.
He does?
I can call him from 500-600 yards, and he will answer and come running.
A burro.
A burro, miniature burro, with the stripe across the shoulder. Snoop Donk.
How many burros?
Snoop, I have
do you
19.
19 burros.
I have 19. One I raised, and the rest I rescued. And I built them a gorgeous pasture right by the house. They have their own little burro barn.
How does one rescue a burro?
Well, you find out about them, and I go get them, and people know that they get them, and they think they're cute when they're long, and people don't want to take care of them anymore.
Right.
And then people know that I'll take them and take care of them. And I have Snoop now. I've had Snoop for 9 years. 9 years.
Snoop.
They're fun.
Donk.
Snoop Donk.
I love that. We've got Terry Bradshaw right here, Hall of Fame quarterback, Fox NFL Sunday analyst here on the Rich Eisen Show. You survived your roast? You survived it?
I did.
How was it?
It was, at first, stressful.
Why was it stressful?
Well, a lot of people, a lot of pulling and tugging. I don't like that.
Okay.
And crowded.
Okay.
And then once it settled into the show,
Right.
and I was able to sit down
Yeah.
and cool off, and then when they started firing at me, it was fun.
Do you have the best line that's safe for work?
My lines?
Sure.
I mean,
Give me any line.
let me tell you what let's see.
Give me any line. What was the best line?
Lampanelli lost a lot of weight, and I said her idea of a balanced diet is 2 cheeseburgers, 1 in each hand.
Lisa Lampanelli.
Oh, brutal.
And
She
Chef
will
Ross.
probably be edited out of the whole show.
I bet.
Beep, beep, beep.
What was the best line at your expense, Terry?
I can't even. Oh, God, Rich.
Because there must have been
Lord.
1,000 of them thrown your way.
I think I was in shock for most of it because I was laughing so hard, but it was some bad stuff, man.
Well,
bad. But I got to call my 87-year-old mother and say, hey, I don't think you better watch this.
No, that's on. Well, that's it.
But it was fun. It was fun for a great cause, at my expense, and I got to meet Jerry Lewis.
Jerry Lewis.
89-year-old Jerry Lewis. Awesome.
He was here?
He was
flew
here.
out to Arizona?
He was here. Don
Wow.
Rickles was by film, and if you're going to get roasted, it's got to get roasted by the master.
Oh, my gosh.
Rickles. Nolino did something. Matthew McConaughey was cool. Pretty nice.
Good for you.
Namath was sitting out there, and like you, Namath is my guy.
Is that right?
I hosted his tournament last year, and up in New York, and I idolized him. Always have.
Why? Why did you idolize Joe Namath?
I always wanted to be. I always felt inside that I was not a normal. I didn't adhere to the rules of everybody's got to wear the black shoes. I got tired of all and all the coaches I had. It was just they were so tough on you and da 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 da. And when I showed up, for example, back my junior year in college, I had long blonde hair, snow white hair down to here. And you can't, athletes don't have hair long like that. But Joe Namath. So Namath obviously wasn't gone yet. I don't believe he was still in Alabama, but. So they made me cut that. You're always under all these restrictions, and I didn't necessarily like it. I always kind of felt like a little bit of a rogue, but I never acted like it. But inside, I felt like it. So when Namath came out, I went, God, that's so cool. Long hair, Fu Manchu, white shoes. Let me tell you a funny story. I go down to Tampa Bay in my rookie year. I wanted white shoes so bad, but nobody had white shoes, football shoes. And I walked by this sporting goods store, and in the window, I see white football shoes.
Yeah.
I went, oh, my God. We're playing Tampa Bay in a preseason game. I went, oh, my God, white football shoes. I got to have these white football shoes. Nobody's wearing white football shoes but Namath. And I go in there. That's the only pair they had. You know what size they were?
What?
10. What do I wear? 12s. Give them here.
You still wore them?
Hey, bought them and wore them.
And you just stuffed something in there, or
My feet.
Yeah, that's right.
My feet. I'm 12 and I put them in a 10. Oh yeah, I wore those. I was miserable.
Oh my
miserable.
gosh.
But I got me some white shoes.
That's
Pretty
Terry
cool.
Bradshaw. And again, Joe Namath's going to join us later. We saw today both coaches holding a joint press conference.
Yeah.
Would Chuck Noll have held a joint press conference with Tom Landry? Would he have done?
Sure.
You would have done that?
Oh, he would have had to.
He would
Yeah,
have.
he would have done it.
Would he have liked it? Do you think?
Yeah, he would have liked it.
No
He would have. Chuck would have thought that he was as smart as anybody in the room. He would have liked it. He wouldn't have been threatened by it.
So when you look at the Super Bowl, what it is now,
Right.
Terry, compared to when you were winning them in the middle of the 70s,
Right.
Are you marveled? What are
Yeah.
your thoughts when you see this?
Oh, it's too much. You know, it's one thing to play the biggest game in the world. It's another thing to play it in front of, you know, thousands of worldwide reporters asking ridiculous and stupid questions, and the cameras are on you, and cell phone cameras are on you, and you know, and everybody in the world, you can't go anywhere, do anything. That would have driven me crazy, crazy. I'm claustrophobic as it is, and that would have made it even worse. And so I would not have liked that. I don't mind. I don't. I don't mind. I don't blame Marshawn Lynch for not talking.
Yeah, so
good for him. Don't talk. If you don't want to talk, don't talk. Don't even show up.
So you sympathize with?
Absolutely, absolutely. It makes Seattle look bad. It makes the league look bad. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. He's not good for the league when he goes out there and says, you know, I'm just here because I'm just here. That's not good. The guy doesn't. He's uncomfortable. Don't make him do it. That's just wrong to me.
Terry Bradshaw is here, Fox NFL Sunday analyst, Hall of Fame quarterback. If Brady could join you,
Yeah,
you
sure.
and Montana in this exclusive quarterback
Right.
club, what are your thoughts on Tom Brady as a quarterback, Terry?
I loved Tom Brady. I think I've said this for 5 years now, that I thought he is the best quarterback playing. I love Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning, all of these guys. But I've never had a soul, Rich, stop me on the street yesterday here or any time in my life after I've retired and says, hey, man, how much money did you make? Hey, man, what's your records? You know, how many touchdown passes? Everybody wants to say, where are the rings? Where are the rings? Where are the rings? And rings represent championships, and that's all that matters. And Tom Brady has 3 rings, and that is the bottom. To me, that is the bottom line. It will always be the bottom line. Doesn't mean Dan Faust doesn't deserve, or
Sure.
Marino. Everybody has great careers. They're just not as fortunate as some of us to have it all come together at the right time in our lives.
And the flip side of it, though, Terry, is that there are people who win multiple rings as quarterbacks and then are thrown just because of the number into a Hall of Fame discussion. I guess one of your successors in Pittsburgh, Big Ben, has 2.
Yep.
Would you consider him a Hall of Famer?
Oh, absolutely. I think, and let me tell you about Ben. And, you know, there's reports we don't get along. I don't know him not to get along with him. But I would say Big Ben could stop right now and he would be in. He's won 2, he's lost 1. He is the most unique quarterback in the sense that for so long, he has not had the opportunity to stand in the pocket and read the coverage and fire the football. He's got as strong arms you'll ever see. He's a huge mountain of a man. And he does it with his own physical strength. He's pretty amazing at that. So just based on the beatings that he's had to take and the job he's done without the running game here, well, he got a running game going a little bit this year and he lost his back, but for the most part, it's a pretty amazing job. And the 2 Super Bowls and losing 1, and what he's accomplished this year with back-to-back 5 touchdowns or 6 touchdowns, whatever it was.
Yeah, they were back-to-back
6. Yeah,
6.
it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, that
so,
is
yeah,
pretty amazing.
Absolutely dead ringer to go in.
Chris Brockman, would you care to ask Terry Bradshaw our poll question, please, on the RichEisenshow.com? Go for it.
I will, Terry. Who is going to win Super Bowl 49?
Straight up.
Super Bowl 49, Seattle will win.
Why do you say that?
Defense. They won't back down. It will be not unlike last year when we saw this explosive Denver Bronco team go in there. Scared me to death, Denver points, breaking all the records and everything. And they went in there and they shut them down. What was it, 40-something to 8?
It was over.
Crazy.
Truly, 2 plays
crazy.
into the game, even when it was 2-0, you felt like it was over.
And I picked Seattle because I'm a defensive guy. I grew up with defense. I know defense. High school was defense. College was I mean, it's always been to me, I've been preached and beaten into my head, defense, defense, defense. Pittsburgh Steelers, Steel Curtain, defense. Mel Blount, I saw him last night. Looks like he can still play at 6'4", 210. Amazing.
Terry, when I met him for the first time
Huge.
at the Pro Football Hall of Fame, he was standing next to Bruce Smith.
Yeah.
And he was shoulders and a head above
Yeah.
Bruce Smith, and I looked at them, and I'm like, no wonder they changed the defensive rules
Exactly.
for
He
him.
was the reason.
Because
Bump and run went out because of him.
he
Tex Ram griped and complained. Yeah, we can't get off the jam. that big boy over there on that right side, that number 4 that hell's bells. Break them damn rules right now. Telling you that ain't right. So he griped enough, and they went in there and changed the rules, and now you're running people all over the place.
Yeah.
All because of Mel Blount.
He's
huge. I was with him last night, and I was like, golly, his nickname was Soup for Super.
Yeah.
I
And
said, Soup, you look awesome, man.
how many snaps do you think he could give either team right now, Mel Blount? Do you think he could give him a couple snaps?
No.
Okay.
He looks
60,
like it to me. No, man, he's my age. He's 66. No, he can't
Okay,
give him a snap.
not even a
but he
single
can
snap?
stand up out there and scare him pretty good.
Right. Terry, this has been a pleasure. You think Seattle's going to take this thing
I do.
down in a similar manner that they took down Denver
It won't be
last year?
quite like this. It's going to
Okay.
be much low scoring, but I do.
Okay. And again, your roast tonight, I guess that's...
No, it was last night.
Well, no, but they're going to air it
Oh, air
air
it tonight,
tonight.
yeah.
Some experts premiering on ESPN2 in an hour-long special before the Super Bowl Friday from 8 to 9 Eastern tonight. So good to see you, Terry. You
Good
are
to be
truly
here,
one
man.
in a million, and
Thanks,
it's an honor
Rich.
to have you here.
My pleasure.
An honor
Thank
to
you.
have you here. And if you ever want to name one of your rescue boroughs after me, I'd be honored.
I
as
will. Well, kind of call him Richie.
Richie
Richie's
Donk.
cool. Richie Donk.
Richie Donk.
Yeah,
that
I will.
was my nickname back in high school. I
Richie
think.
Donk?
Not to my face, I don't
Oh,
think.
okay.
But good to see you,
Yeah,
Terry.
thanks, Rich.
Terry Bradshaw is here on the Rich Eisen Show.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern. On Audience.